help me solve a puzzle from this week in the legislature. So for those of you that don't know, it was budget week this week at the provincial legislature, which is where the government tells us how much they missed the previous budget by, as well as what they plan on spending this year. And so what we heard from the Saskatchewan Party was that they have missed the mark by over $1 billion. They said that they were going to have a $12 million surplus in the last provincial budget. And we knew that that wasn't worth the paper it was written on. And here we are, a year into it, $1.2 billion deficit. Now taking our deficit, or our provincial debt, to $43 billion. It has doubled under this premier. He's even added more debt to this province than Grant Devine. And so this year, what do we see? An $819 million deficit. And you would think that, with $819 million that we would see, some strong capital investment into the province. But really what we've seen is that this is just another structural deficit from the Saskatchewan Party. Our healthcare funding is flatlined. Our wildfires, after the devastation that came across northern Saskatchewan in the 2025 wildfires, you would think that they would have learned their lesson. And in the media, the minister essentially said that it was going to be a status quo approach to the wildfires this year, that they're going to cross their fingers and hope for a good wildfire year, which is putting at risk the very people that I serve in northern Saskatchewan. It's pretty shameful of this government to take that approach and not learn any lessons from last year. When we look at our education system, we see a new school announced in the premier's own backyard, bypassing 200 other schools that were in worse situations or overcapacity in the province, and has completely skipped the queue for his own constituency. When there's places that I can think of, like Buffalo Narrows, where they don't have running water on one part of the school, we have other schools that the roofs are almost collapsing, water running in through the roof. And what does the premier decide to do in this provincial budget when we're already $819 million in deficit going into another year? He decides to let his constituency skip the queue and bring a new school into his own backyard. This is further proof that the Saskatchewan Party has lost touch with the people of Saskatchewan. Our team has been trying to put things forward this week that the government could have folded in, cutting the gas tax, saving you $10 to $15 every single time you filled up, 15 cents a liter when they have windfall revenues coming in from the high price of oil due to the conflict in the Middle East. This is a government that has completely lost all control of our provincial finances. They cannot be trusted to fix this. And so the question coming out of this week is, what is the Saskatchewan Party doing with our finances when we are going into deficit after deficit after deficit with no plan to balance in 2030 and no affordability relief? Not taking the priorities of Saskatchewan people seriously. You deserve better, Saskatchewan. Carla Beck and the Saskatchewan NDP, we can deliver that.